Although John Rocha and Mike Kalinowski have a date with Destiny set in a couple weeks' time in Orlando at Schmoedown Live, it seems like the Schmoedown gods just didn't want these two to be too far apart, because now they're going to be facing off in the singles division. But it's a lot more important than just a mere singles match. It's to determine who's going to go to the semifinals of the singles Ultimate Schmoedown to determine who may potentially get a Movie Trivia Schmoedown Singles Championship match at the Schmoedown Spectacular 4. So, which is it, folks? Are we going to share a choke with John, or are we going to share a choke with Mike? Well, whose side are you on? You'll find out whose side I'm on today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And to answer the question that you were all eagerly awaiting, said no one. Neither. I'm Team James Franco, of course. Yay! So, James Franco, this choke's for you. Yes, I've got a lot of choke waiting by, because I'm going to be gagging all the way to the end of this match. Okay, so let's talk about this match. It seemed very ironic that these two were positioned just right to where they could potentially face off this early in the tournament. Now, obviously, the Mikey 3 Belts campaign has been going on and on and on and on and on since the beginning of time. John Rocha has been the great legends of Schmoedown since the beginning of time, or at least the beginning of Schmoedown, or so we've been told. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. Obviously, a lot of people have been talking about Bond, and every time Mike gets Bond, he can only win if he gets Bond. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, because if I recall, he did not get Bond in the Ben Bateman match, and if I recall, he won that match, so let's not hear any of that. However, we cannot deny that he's been getting very fortunate with James Bond recently in his past couple of matches. So, if he's able to get it, it's probably a done deal. John Rocha, however, is no slouch when it comes to his particular strengths. He's got strengths that many other people in Schmoedown are not too strong in, particularly biopics and westerns. So if Mike was to get stuck with one of those, or if John was able to get one of his strengths, this can be a very close, evenly fair matchup. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to wrap that up. Even match. That's what we'll call it. Even match. So I don't really particularly have a preference here, because my bracket has been long gone, dead, shredded, and in the trash many, many moons ago. It's probably in a Laurel landfill, being burned to smithereens by now. So, not even gonna pick a winner. We're gonna kick back and we're gonna enjoy this one. In terms of who I think it would be more fun to see win, again, I really don't even have a preference, because I think both these guys moving on can be potentially lots of fun, especially when you know that Viviani or Ethan Irwin's lying in wait. So we've never had Kalinowski going up against either of those two, and it would be interesting to see one of those two try to take down Korruption. John Rocha obviously has a history with both of those particular opponents. So it honestly doesn't bother me whatsoever who comes out on top here. I don't mind seeing Mike get some potential new blood with some opponents, and I certainly don't mind seeing John Rocha potentially take on Viviani or Ethan Irwin again. So, yeah, I spent 3 minutes talking about I don't know, and I don't care. Aren't you glad you stuck around? So, yeah, let's not waste any more time, as I'm about to enjoy my choke with James. Yeah, James Spence and all the other people. This choke's for you too. So without further ado, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1.
Jigga Janish, man. We're here. The boat is in the building. Hashtag best of all time. Hashtag Brad Smith. We are here. We're here. I'm the host of the Schmoedown Rundown. So if you need anything, my brother, you just tell me. You come to me. Okay. I'm the boat. The people know I'm in with Harloff. You know, Booker T 5 times. They all know who I am. You know what I mean? So if you need anything, like here, Rachel. Rachel. What's going on, bro? Hey. Hey, Rachel, what's going on? It's the boat.
Nice suit.
Hey, thank you. Hey,
I'll talk to you later.
See, she already knew. She saw the suit.
Yeah,
the suit was the
obviously,
game. You know, they know.
Obviously.
So that's what I'm saying. If you need help with anything, and Draco, what's going on, man? What's going on, man?
I said no Splenda in the costume.
Splendid. Hey, man, I'm the boat. I'm the boat, though. I'm the boat.
Over here.
The boat.
Just give me another one, all right?
Okay.
While Janice just kicked back and hey, the Z-Man.
What's up, man?
Yeah, you're that boat salesman. The boat salesman.
Yeah.
I don't sell the boats, man. I am the boat. I am.
Frank. Oh, Ben.
Ah.
How you doing, buddy? Our secret handshake.
Good to see you.
I don't know you.
He's like that.
Hey, Frank, what's up, man? It's so good to see you, dude. Yeah, of course. No, man, I love
Hey, fine, young, tenderoni. What's going on, man? How are you, my brother? What's going on, man? It's good to see you, man. Oh my God,
It's so good to see you. That's cool. That was a lot. That was a lot, man. No, it's cool. No,
Thanks,
hey, man.
man.
No, of course, I love Fine Young Tenderoni. It's like
man.
I know. 2013. I love that film. Yeah,
so
it's
good
great,
to see you, man. It's so great, man. I just love everything that you've been doing. I know that you love what I've been doing, man. Because I'm the boat, and I know.
Hey, man, that is so cool. We should talk sometime.
Yeah.
Dude, you're cool. You're such a cool man.
Thanks,
I love
man.
the suit. I love the
appreciate
suit. Who was that guy? Who was that guy?
Yeah, I was telling you about him. I don't know exactly.
What's Tenderoni?
Boat.
Well, if Brendan Meyer don't know who you are, then damn. To quote my man Rob Parker, you know, I don't want to go poo-poo on Brad Gilmore's accomplishments, but he is not the boat. He is the loat, the luckiest of all time. Hello, Loat. Hello, Mark. You are looking live at Collider Studios. Oh, I'm too busy making fun of the Loat.
A young man, you know his exploits inside of the
Are we sure? Nobody else does.
Gilmore is now a reporter for ESPN for the Houston Rockets. Brad Gilmore.
Say what? The Houston Rockets? They still have a team?
Mark Ellis, but I'm excited here. I mean, this is round 2 action. Ultimate Schmoedown. It doesn't get much bigger than this. And the match. This is the first time we've ever seen it.
In your world, this would be like watching James Harden go against Russell Westbrook, except they're teammates now.
Yeah.
Not so
What a damn shame.
Rocha and Mike Kalinowski.
They're teammates now. Well, they were teammates before with the Oklahoma City Thunder. But, you know, they couldn't keep Harden because, you know, he's too good. And then they got rid of Russ because he's not so good.
How they changed from an opening round match into now they each have won. They've gotten that taste of victory in a playoff setting.
Oh, pressure's on now. I mean, pressure's on. Once you get through that.
Yeah, they got that taste of victory. Like Mike and John have never felt the taste of victory.
A guy like Mike Kalinowski, this man's been on the greatest run he's ever had. I mean, he's been on one of the greatest runs any player's ever had. Then you have a guy like John Rocha. This guy's 2-time champion. He's familiar.
Gotta keep showing things to make me cry.
Big match situation, so it's gonna be incredible.
You know, you talk about the run that Kalinowski's been on, and we see the belts. We see everybody wanting Mikey belts.
They're not belts. They're championships. A belt holds up your pants. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These are championships.
And nobody wears them around their waist for whatever reason. Oh, gotta take her. Boop, boop, boop. Brad gets it.
But that's what you guys did with your 10-gallon.
You know what they say about big buckles?
Anyway. Mike Kalinowski is a guy who everybody is touting as look at
the next big
I
thing.
think people are shortchanging. Speaking of Texas, John, the Outlaw Rocha. He knows his way around horses, spurs, and maybe getting into round number 3.
Well, actually,
maybe.
He's had an interesting season. I mean, in teams, he's already lost to Mike Kalinowski twice. You know, in teams, and you know he's got another match coming up with him. And then we look at his singles this year. He's 2-1. You know, he beat Rachel Silvestrini, which sounds like an Italian dish that I would order. And he also beat. You know, the android, which we all have to eventually beat someday because they're going to overtake us all. So I'm thinking that he's had a
And I remember that because I was in LA at the time.
Was to William Bibiani and Ethan Irwin. I mean, these are guys who are also former champions. Mike Kalinowski, he's never had that honor of being a singles champion. I think John Rocha has actually a bit of an edge that you might not think that he would have.
I see why the Rockets and ESPN are so high on you. You know your stuff. You're very quick.
They call me the boat. You know what I mean?
Great on the mic.
They call you the boat.
Some people,
And it sank. Oh, this ought to be good.
And your winner, John the Outlaw
John the Outlaw Kalinowski. No! I'm so confused.
It's you and me, Chico.
I mean, come on, Rocha. But if you're glutton for punishment, my friend, let's go step up to the plate. It's been a long time coming here.
Glutton for punishment. Yeah, don't want none of this power. Look at that jab.
There is a possibility that either John Rocha or Mike Kalinowski will be playing twice that night in Orlando for the team titles.
It's happening. He did it. He took care of business like he predicted against Shani the Machine. And it's me and KO.
That's a different shirt.
Old, tired.
That's a different free-for-all shirt.
Rambling away.
Where'd you get that one?
Like Tyson at the end of his career, you just kind of bobbing and weaving. They're trying to stay up.
Well, now it's you and me. In the ring, if you take care of business, maybe you'll spin Bond again. You only live twice, but you've been living way too many times off that category. I'm gonna shut it down once and for all.
We are just in round.
That's what the free-for-all shirt looks like. Where'd you get that one? I want to get that one.
I want to say I would look forward to this, but I've already faced you twice on that table. I've seen you unravel.
Teams ain't singles.
Somebody sees this video. Let me know how I can get that one.
Team action. Now it's the real world, son. Me and you in that ring, and no one can save you. And no one can help you. And I'm gonna get you, boy.
This scene today reminds me of the great scene from Young Guns where the regulators were having a nice meal, their quest towards their goals were interrupted by an old dog, an old cowboy, Buckshot Roberts, who came down, and they had to respect him. They know what he has done in the past. They knew what he was capable of, but he ended up dying in an outhouse. We know what's going to happen today. You're going to be a faint memory, just like the titles in your past, because we are here. Truth and destiny. Corruption is about the now.
Get ready. The Horsemen are coming for you.
The killer.
We're gonna have fun with this warm-up for the live show. We'll have some applesauce for you on stage for when you lose.
Hey, applesauce is good.
Bring your A game. Rocha, just bring it.
What, you're a rock? You're a rock?
You get him today, and you get us tomorrow.
All right, Kalinowski, you wanted me, you got me. Let's go. This time, Chico, I'm not saying the wrong name to give you a victory like Smets. I'm not letting you get away with a perfect round again. I'm going to take care of business and take you out. Because Mikey No Belts sounds so much better to me.
Oh, no! No, you can't do that. Kids show! Kids show! You can't promote violence and neck slashing. Oh! Censored. Gotta call the right to censor.
I mean, look, you talk about being the best of all time. These two guys believe in their hearts that they are the best of all time, that they have what it takes to win here today. But you're also looking.
I need to contact somebody to find out where I can get that free-for-all shirt. Because I'd like to get both. Because I'm greedy. I'm very greedy.
A faction war that I'd always like to see as a wrestling fan. This is like the NWO versus D-Generation X. This is the Four Horsemen versus the NWO. This is
that great Survivor Series teaser poster from back in the day where the DX was on the NWO logo. Man, people fell for that so bad.
So these are the two heads of their respective factions going at it one-on-one. Anything can happen. You know, that's what I like to get. I want to see round 3. This is
anything can happen except JTH winning a game.
Two fathers of the factions going at it. It's
yeah,
like
pretty much.
Fathers of Little League kids, and they're about to go at it in the bleachers, and we're about to get it on right now. Rob, let's go to the tail of the tape. Tell me what Mr. Mike Kalinowski is good at.
We know he's good
Bond, more Bond, more spinning Bond, but there's no Bond.
You may have heard it's called James Bond.
Boy, he not only knows the questions, he knows how to spin James Bond on the wheel.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that you might be doing an Ocean's 11 style thing, loading the dice. I don't know if Brad Pitt or Matt Damon is helping him out here.
No, trust me, that wheel cannot be manipulated in any way.
Unless if it's the old wheel, yes it can. That new wheel better be out there today.
The digital wheel has been incarcerated overnight.
Are you sure?
John Rocha, meanwhile, we know he's good at biopics. We know he's great at westerns, as he is the Outlaw, and he's also very good at feigning exhaustion.
Oh God! Oh God!
Very good.
I'm not gonna get.
We have the table set here. I think I'm ready to go. How you feeling?
He is a good faker.
And it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yay! I love fakers.
Not only am I excited to have
and playing possum. Playing possum on a movie trivia question. Oh, jeez. I'm not gonna get this.
Let's do this. All right. Introducing first,
Gotta wet the whistle with choke. That was way quicker than before. Darn you!
He is Mike, the Killer, Kalinowski.
And there's Grace.
Damn it.
I mean, there's the belt to the championship.
He's eating applesauce. Get me some. Applesauce is great. It's applesauce. It's applesauce, Mark. Didn't you hear the promo? Or is it? Or is it mac and cheese? Nah, never mind. It did look like mac and cheese. I sit corrected. Why you make a promo about applesauce and then come out eating mac and cheese? I want that even more. Mac and cheese is my favorite food ever.
The 5 Horsemen, with a record of 13 wins, 8 defeats.
Oh, no. He went there.
The Outlaw Rocha.
What a random selection of music we come out to. Who'd have thunk it?
And there's the, listen to this ovation for the return of the Outlaw.
What's that? What do you see?
Really are in his corner here.
Yeah, it's what you see.
Oh.
Comes out, he gets that adulation, that respect from the fans.
What's his answer?
Did he poke the bear maybe a little too hard with his choice of the Flash Gordon intro music, a question that was famously missed by Mike Kalinowski?
Hey man, that's mental games. Anything, all is fair in love and war, and I don't really think that John Rocha loves Mike Kalinowski. But
Yeah, he is eating mac and cheese.
No offense,
Man.
You know what I mean?
I'm just staring at the people at the desk. Y'all done?
Look at this image up here. This looks like the end of Return of the Jedi. All of our favorite heroes in one spot.
Oh yeah. Then the movie ended.
Glute work lately.
It's showing off. Showing off. He's looking thick with 2 C's right now.
You know, say what you want about Tom Dagnino. He always has an interesting nugget relevant to the game.
Or he could be thick with 2 Ks.
And now,
Whichever.
Rocha and Mike Kalinowski have a nice handshake that reminds one of the Predator right before they get into the helicopter.
Too bad we didn't see it.
We get into the rules of round number 1. This is the tournament.
Where did my marker go?
The winner will advance to round 3. The loser will go home. It plays out like a normal round 3 matchup. However, in round number 1, the field of 2.
I have lost my marker. I got the red one, but that don't work as well. Did it fall down here?
Each question's worth 1 point.
Might have done.
For missing a question, there is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, please
Direct.
about 15 seconds.
I'm calling it Dick Dastardly right now. Direct.
After that 15 seconds is up, and we address you by name.
Guess we'll have to go with the red one right now.
At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone.
It works well enough. We'll go with it.
Of the JTE rule.
Not the JTH rule. Thank you.
If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to repeat it, you just want to buy yourself another 15 seconds, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any point throughout the 3-round match. I was getting a lot of mean stares from both Kalinowski and Rocha up there, Brad. That was a tough rules to go through.
Yeah.
That's definitely tough.
They're like Monty Python. Get on with it.
And now I will need a verbal confirmation of that like we're sitting in the exit row. John Rocha, how you feeling?
I'm ready.
Mike Kalinowski?
I have a little deja vu. I feel like I just went through this, so yeah, I'm ready again.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
All right, gentlemen. Leading off the questioning will be my compatriot to the right, Mr.
Compatriot.
All right. In the category of animated movies, who voices Boss Baby in the 2017 film The Boss Baby?
You know, it's so funny. We have all this hype, all this promos, and it all comes down to a question about Boss Baby.
That's actually my cosplay for today. I'm dressed as the Boss
Young
Baby.
face, the suit.
Yeah, you see.
5, 4.
I believe it's Alec Baldwin.
2, 1. Pens down, John Rocha.
Alec Baldwin?
Correct.
Alec Baldwin.
Mike Kalinowski had it too. We're off and running.
I've not lost my touch. I still know some animated movies.
As we move into our next
I think I remember why I replaced this marker.
And your question
You know what?
is,
Screw it.
Roland Emmerich directed this 2013 action film starring Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. All right, so you are covering the Rockets now. 10 seconds. How do you think your team can?
They're gonna win.
They're gonna win. 20 games.
Yeah. You have old man.
Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx.
Don't talk about airlines on this show. Pens down, Mike Kalinowski.
The Beast's favorite movie over Olympus Has Fallen, White House Down.
It is.
Oh!
White House down, John Rocha.
No, sir. No, sir.
John Rocha, your answer.
I have to agree with Mike. White House Down is terrible compared to Olympus Has Fallen.
All right, well, at least they can agree on something. 2 points apiece as we mercifully move
The
on.
Beast does not approve.
Of dramas. Who played Gandhi in the 1982 historical drama Gandhi?
I thought you were going to say who played Gandhi in Boss Baby.
That would have been different.
Also,
He's very versatile.
Yeah, they
He's
got
very
to
versatile.
do a lot. 5,
Play mini world.
4, 3, 2.
I should know this, but I don't.
Ben Kingsley.
It is Ben
Oh,
Kingsley.
of course.
And Mike?
Ben Kingsley.
Ben Kingsley.
The answer that I give randomly when I don't know, and that's the right answer.
Respect on that name.
If England goes to war, he will be fighting on the front lines. Your next question. Action adventure.
Oh, dear.
Your action adventure question. What action franchise features such characters as Jim Phelps, Owen Davian, and Ilsa Faust?
Great pronunciation.
Thank you. I was a little nervous.
I could tell you hesitated before that last one.
Well, no, that was building suspense. That's what you need to do this season with the Rockets when they're on the free throw line.
Ilsa Faust. That sounds familiar.
That team gets to the line a lot. Pens down, Mike.
I asked that while you were talking there, Ellis.
Yeah, I think that he did.
Yes.
He asked for a repeat right at 1.
All right.
Yeah.
I was in the midst of conversation with a colleague.
You got it.
What action franchise features such characters as Jim Phelps, Owen Davian, and Ilsa Faust?
Ilsa Faust.
All right, anyway, so the Rockets get to the line a lot.
Yeah.
Harden.
Ilsa Faust.
90%.
Are they changing the traveling rule for him this season?
I don't know. He's got a new move. Have you seen the new move?
I've seen the new move.
The new move is
5,
phenomenal.
4. Is it 2.5 steps? 3, 2.
To change my answer. I hope it's.
Down. Mike,
My
your
favorite franchise of all time, Mission Impossible.
All right.
Yes! I changed.
Nope, don't have
Yes!
So Mike,
I originally had Ocean 11s, or Ocean's 11, and I was like, Ilsa Faust was the name that sounded familiar, and I was like, oh wait, now I remember what it's from. Yay!
Absolutely.
I
All right, your
say,
next question, gentlemen, in the category
second,
of fantasy
don't go with your gut
soundtrack.
with the first time every
What
time.
2007
Sometimes you can think
fantasy
of your
feature film stars Charlie Cox, Claire Danes, and Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer, man.
fan of all 3 of them.
Big fan.
Michelle Pfeiffer? Yeah.
Big, big,
Grease 2
Big
guy?
fantasy
big, big.
adventure film.
Grease 2.
You were about to say
Fantasy adventure film.
You know what?
Fantasy adventure.
I am.
4, 3,
Where do you think I got this hairstyle?
2, 1. Pens
I
down,
think-
John Rocha.
Stardust?
It is Stardust.
Oh.
John.
Stardust.
Yeah.
And Mike
Would not have known that.
Stardust.
Starting to think of something else, but that certainly was not it.
Rocha nipping at his heels, trailing by just 1. Our next category, let's do it together.
Ha!
Comedies.
The end.
They don't get sick of it. They've never gotten sick of it, or the viewer at home. For 1 point, what 1980s crime comedy film stars Nicolas Cage and Holly Hunter? You keep up
Crime
with this.
comedy film?
Succession show in the middle. Holly
No.
Hunter popped into that. She's really good. She's
Nick
old.
Cage guy.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that next national
who's
treasure.
not a Nick Cage?
Yeah.
I would love to see it. 5,
What was on page 23?
3,
Crap.
2, 1. Pens down. Mike Kalinowski.
Raising Arizona.
Correct.
Oh.
Point, John Rocha.
Oh.
Raising Arizona.
Damn.
He got it.
Damn. Should have known that.
This is the kind of round 2
Crap.
gamesmanship we expected.
All right, gentlemen, your next category, horror thriller.
No, jeez.
What name is used to refer to the killer in 1995's Seven?
With a 7.
I'm sorry, 7?
Correct.
7. Now, they spelled the name of the movie S-E and then 7.
It's really creative.
Really.
The word is bad.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Don't know.
Bob Saget.
Mike Kalinowski.
John Doe.
Oh, I was going to put John, too.
Okay, that's you.
I was going to put John. I was like, no, I want to be more creative than that. The less creative answer was the right answer.
Correct. To the field, I say movie release dates.
Oof.
Is the category and the query therein. What year saw the release of Dumb?
Oh, dear. That's the easiest question that I got.
There's people who think Dumb and Dumber's one of the greatest comedies of all time. And
It's up there.
Wrong. Where do you lie?
You know, I'm more of a Christmas Vacation guy.
1994.
We can accept that.
Dumb and Dumber, also the subtitle.
Pens down.
I know.
Mike Kalinowski.
1994.
It
Yes.
is 1994. John Rocha.
No.
96.
He had 96.
He did the mask in 94 as well.
That year that we may never see again. Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, The Mask, and Dumb and Dumber all in that year. And so now it is 8-5. Rocha trails County.
I think he did the second Ace Ventura that year. The first Ace Ventura I thought was 93.
So Mike, you're now going to get a bonus question. Brad's going to ask it.
That was the easiest question I felt the whole first round.
All right, Mike, here's your bonus question. Which MCU film has the line, "Doth mother know you weareth her dress"?
The Avengers. The Avengers. Iron Man to Thor.
The Avengers.
Yes.
That's correct.
9-5. And much like that classic Dolly Parton, Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin film, we are working hard up here at the desk to keep up with all these correct answers flying. Rocha, a 5-pointer, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Unlike me, I did not provide many. I got the bonus. I got 94. I got Alec Baldwin, and I think I got 4.
I think it's 3 matches in a row, I believe, or something to that effect.
And I would have known John Doe. They wouldn't have accepted John though. They probably needed more than that.
Then
I think I might quit.
I am prepared, although I would rather announce the rest of the match with you by my side. As we get to round number 2, this is the wheel round. Gentlemen, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. You'll notice
Or the wheel that will just give Kalinowski Bond. Kalinowski needs your help. He's trying hard, doing what he can. Go ahead and just spin Bond now. You probably will, though I don't understand how. A true friend helps a friend in need.
At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So, Mike Kalinowski, you're sitting in the challenger's position, yet you have those 2 belts as championships. And
yeah,
you have a
he got it.
So, it is up to you whether you'd like to spin first or defer to your beheaded opponent.
I don't want to break tradition, so I'm going to spin first.
Here we go.
We know what he's looking for,
And
Brad.
I didn't know this. I didn't know we couldn't take spinners and opponents off the wheel. I wanted to take it off there. I wanted to be fair, but we're not allowed to.
Well, only
in
on
the championship
matches.
I didn't know.
You have 2 belts. You think you'd know that? All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Said from a guy who's worn some belts in his time.
Championships. All right, here we go.
You already said you're going to spin it, so you can't take it back now.
They brought back the old wheel. Brett Favre's out of retirement again.
There it is. There it is.
Go ahead and spin Bond now.
He travels the world. His favorite cocktail is an ice-cold Coors Light. Round and round it goes.
That's right.
No, I've seen a lot of the movies, Brad. He is a Coors Light drinker.
I've heard it both
How
ways.
is that possible?
We could be looking at, and you know what? If he gets Spinner's Choice, he's going to go to Bond.
Movie quotes. Wow. Movie quotes. This is a tough one.
He's not taking that.
I will say all 4 movie quote questions are from the world of James Bond.
Are you sure?
You want to spin?
We'd have to hold you to that.
He's going to go again? All right. Now, the last time we saw Mike Kalinowski competing against Janine the Machine, he spun again.
He respun and
James Bond.
right on James Bond. I mean, it's definitely possible. The world of Jimmy Bond is a very giving tree for Mr.
Here it comes. Brand new Camel. Watch out, they spit.
Oh, man.
Brad?
No.
No, not even close.
Collapse.
Oh!
Okay, the streak is broken.
That's right.
Streak is broken.
Let's see what happens.
This is going to be a rough one.
All right. Mike,
Really?
I'm asking you
There's
4
lots of
questions.
classic James Bond movies.
In the world of classics, your first question for 2 points. In the film Goldfinger. I'm kidding.
Told you.
You know, it's funny for you out there.
It is a classic film. It'd be fair to have this.
Next time you have sex, I'm sitting at the end of the
Mike,
bed.
for 2 points. In the world of classics, your first question of 4. Who directed 1964's Dr. Strangelove?
Stanley Kubrick.
Would actually be a good title for James.
Stanley Kubrick.
Multiple choice.
Oh, how do you not know this?
A. Blake Edwards.
Stanley Kubrick.
B. Franklin J. Schaffner. C. Stanley Kubrick. Or D. Otto Preminger.
Stanley Kubrick. Even I knew this.
D?
Oh.
That is incorrect, John. I'm going to give you your options again.
Stanley
Is
Kubrick.
it A. Blake Edwards?
Stanley Kubrick.
It is Stanley
That
Kubrick.
is correct.
For a point.
Good steal, big steal.
That's the other thing, Brad, is that not only is Classics maybe not Kalinowski's strong suit, it is a strength of Rocha's. So we'll see how the rest of this goes. Your next question, Mike.
Might be the only Classic that I know, so if you're not.
Who plays squadron leader and prison escape organizer Roger Big X Bartlett in the 1963 film The Great Escape?
Steve McQueen?
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal, John Rocha.
Can you read the choices? Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, can you read the question again? Sorry. Oh, no, I already heard it.
The question was asked already.
The question was asked. We cannot give you multiple choice.
I'm so used to going to multiple choice.
You would know these, buddy. You would know these rules.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Can I ask for a repeat?
You can use a repeat.
No. Am I allowed to use it or no?
You are. A little bit of part-timer setting in for John Rocha
sorry
right
about
now.
that. Or should I just answer? Is that better if I just answer? Go for it.
Yes.
Fine. James Garner.
Mercifully, we're done with this question. Richard Attenborough is the answer.
Nope.
Sir Richard Attenborough is the answer.
Interestingly enough, he didn't go for that repeat, which, I mean, that could have been a big steal for him.
Could have maybe jogged some of his memory, but we have 2 questions left for Mike in this round. Your penultimate question in the world of classics. Who directed the Cary Grant classic, His Girl Friday?
Multiple choice?
Multiple choice?
Yes,
Is
please.
it A, Billy Wilder, B, Howard Hawks, C, Robert
Howard
Mulligan,
Hawks.
or D, David Lean?
I got to go with my gut and say A.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, John Rocha. Is it A, Billy Wilder, B, Howard Hawks, C, Robert Mulligan, or D, David Lean?
I'll say Howard Hawks. That name sounds familiar.
Can you read the choices again?
Is it A, Billy Wilder, B, Howard Hawks, C, Robert Mulligan, D, David Lean? And we go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
B?
You said B?
B.
Howard Hawks is correct.
Woo!
I mean, now look at that.
The
7 to 9.
Yeah.
He's a thief.
A lot of
Very good. I did not spin this category.
He's an outlaw. He's stealing like Russell Westbrook. Your last question, Mike.
Russell Westbrook don't get no steals.
For 2 points.
He gets stolen. 10 turnovers a game.
That the film Cool Hand Luke was released.
1967. It's somewhere in the 60s.
Multiple choice on it. I think I know it.
All right. Is it A, 1967?
Oh, shoot.
B, 1966?
Might actually be it.
C, 1961, or D, 1969?
I knew the decade at least. Is it 67?
69.
That is incorrect. John Rocha.
Can I hear the choices again?
Your choices are for a 1-point steal. Is it A, 1967, B, 1966, C, 1961, or D, 1969?
It might be 67. I might have actually stole this.
Go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
67.
1 point for John Rocha. Wow. And I mean, what a thing, but not in the way you'd expect. Mike Kalinowski going up to that wheel with all the confidence in the world. He spins.
Wow.
John Rocha, like a thief in the night, multiple times. Just he gets all these points, and now all of a sudden he's only trailing Mike Kalinowski by 1.
I mean, it's massive. It's
I have no clue how I knew that.
Luck streak of Mike Kalinowski. It kind of looked like it ran out.
Came to a crashing halt. We'll see if Rocha can spin Bond movies.
I mean, you joke, but that could happen.
But like RoboCop, we can't have that.
We're in the same situation.
Shoot that wedge down.
A lot of steals too. So this match is by no means over.
Absolutely not. Mike Kalinowski still at 1-point lead. I mean, he can do the exact same thing that John Rocha did.
And round it goes.
Oh wow!
It looks like we are careening towards a spinner's choice. If it can make to the 80s.
Interesting category.
All right, so now he's going to talk to Oracle Finstock.
All right, 1980s. You got Flex.
You know,
Clue,
if I was John,
one for the rest of your life.
I probably would take it. Just to get rid of Bond.
You gave me Clue too?
Get rid of Bond, get rid of comic book movies. Just take it. I'd take it.
Oh, they're staying with the 1980s,
Yeah.
Brad.
It's a good move.
They're staying with the 1980s.
Too much dangerous on me. I lose on this. I lose on this.
All right, John Rocha.
Fucking Richard Attenborough. Damn it.
Are you ready?
Kids show.
I heard British RAF. I would have guessed that. All right, yep.
All right, your category is 1980s.
Not the
Your first question,
1880s.
In Ghostbusters 2, who is the subject of the evil painting?
Wait a minute. Ghostbusters 2 is the 80s? I thought that was 1990.
I think I know, but can I get multiple choice?
Yes, you can. Is it A, Gozer the Destructor, B, Vigo the Carpathian?
No, it was
C,
89.
Mago the Corithian.
Well, I would not.
Or D, Uswick the Undying.
Vigo.
I should make you repeat those, but
Please don't.
Vigo.
B.
That is correct.
I remember the name Vigo.
1 point at a tie game.
I could have sworn it was 1990 though.
And I will remind everybody watching, if you're watching from home, you can, shout the answer at your TV, your computer screen, that's fine. If you're in the audience, do not even think the correct answer, do not even breathe it, do not agree with anything. Please keep the silence. Thank you.
All right. Question number 2. What song from the Top Gun soundtrack won Best Original Song at the Academy Awards?
Oh dear. And he's doing it. He's doing the
Lead here.
The raw emotion.
That's why you love John Rocha.
This is why the fans fall in love with John Rocha. 5.
Multiple choice.
4. All right. Hey, quiet down. Hey! Is it A, Danger Zone, B, Playing with the Boys, C, Take My Breath Away, or D, You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling?
God. There's 2 choices.
There's only one correct one.
Yes.
5.
Take My Breath Away.
4.
That is correct. And now John Rocha.
I didn't even want to guess.
That's right.
I absolutely knew that.
That's very controversial. Playing with the Boys should have won. It's a great song to play volleyball.
Playing with the boys.
Please, Cheap Tricks Mighty Wings. That's what should have won.
All right, your next question. Who plays Paul Davenport, Susan's ex-boyfriend, in the film Big?
I need multiple choice on that.
All right, is it A, John Hurd, B, Robert Loggia?
Loja.
Is it B, Robert Loggia? C, Josh Clark, or D, John Lovitz?
John Hurd.
That is correct.
For another point, and
he actually gets a point deducted for correcting me. But
it was Robert Loggia, to be fair.
I'm
Star
from
of
Texas.
Independence.
It's Loggia and it's Fajitas.
I think it's the same way in all 50
And
states of the
quesadillas.
Union. It is quesadillas in Texas.
Absolutely. All right. Your
One
next
more
question. What actor starred as Officer Jack Ramsey in the 1984 sci-fi action film Runaway? It's a real official name. Jack Ramsey.
Bon Jovi song, Runaway. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Tom Selleck.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you knew that one. Wow. I think he was funning us. Either way,
13 to 9.
That's a monstrous round 2 for John Rocha. Even though the scoreboard's not going to reflect it, we were expecting some offensive fireworks. We're getting a defensive struggle so far, but I mean, I think for Mike Kalinowski,
Great. As a football fan, I love me some defensive struggles. If you know who my team is, you probably know why.
Kalinowski not able to steal any of the 80s questions from Rocha, so it's 13 to 9.
Because we don't know much about offense.
It's stealing one's match. I mean, think about this. Mike Kalinowski going perfect in that round 1, getting that 9 points. John Rocha only having 5. I mean, this game is still close. It's stealing one's game.
And we move on to round 3. This is the round that will determine the match. In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. Each number you give us corresponds to a different category of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. We need 3 numbers from each competitor. Your first question you hear is worth 2 points. Your next one, 3 points. The last one, should we make it that?
Don't play the air guitar. 2. Bunny rabbits. Little bunny foo foo. 2. Little bunny 2 2.
And there is no stealing in round number 3. So Mike is trailing John Rocha by 4. Outlaw, I'm going to go to you first. Your 3 numbers that feel lucky from 1 to 20. Which 3 Washington Gentlemen's Football Club members
No!
area would you like to honor?
I wish I could. Even's what got me here, so if I lose, that's so be it. 4, 6, and 8.
4, 6.
You picked the wrong even. 8. You picked the wrong... 2. 2's an even number.
Mike, you have a lot of double-digit numbers to choose from if you want that option.
I'll go 2, 12, and 14.
There you go. He picked 2. Somehow Mike will pull this around. And if not, well then, 2 has failed you.
I'll be asking John his. So you trail by 4, so you're going to answer your 2-pointer first. Okay. And you selected what category, Brad?
You selected 90s movies.
In the 1890 movie.
What actress famously plays the first victim in...
Oh, Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Yes!
That's correct.
Thank you, Celebrity Deathmatch.
He's off and rolling.
Only reason I knew that.
He has cut the lead to just 2 points.
She got killed by the platypus.
Gets this 3-point question right.
In Celebrity Deathmatch, not in Scream.
12, that corresponds to the category of comedy.
Ha!
Nobody.
They only do it in round 1.
It doesn't work
It's...
for me.
They only do it in round 1.
Yeah, the mood is now serious. You should know, Brad. Note. How many of these matches have you seen? 2.
Jason Bateman's wife in 2018's Game Night.
Rachel McAdams.
That's correct.
3 points. Wow. Mike Kalinowski back on top for the moment. And John Rocha is now stepping up to the mic. There will be no TKO had here today. John Rocha, you trail by 1, and now your 2-point question in round number 3. You selected number 4, and that corresponds to romance.
Oh, dear.
And your question. Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler star in what 1980 set romantic comedy?
The Wedding Singer.
John Rocha's back in the lead.
Wow.
And just like before, that was an 80s movie?
Brad, we have arrived at that moment in the match where Mike Kalinowski, if he gets it right, he's going to force the hand to John Rocha. If Mike Kalinowski misses, John the Outlaw Rocha will advance to round number 3.
All right, Mike, you picked the number 14, which corresponds to the category of dramas. And your question. Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame?
Yikes.
Repeat the question.
Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame? Still has 2 more of those repeats. I mean, the tension is in the room.
30 more seconds to play.
Either he knows it or he doesn't.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Who plays Michael Fassbender's intruding sister, Sissy, in 2011's Shame?
Kristen Wiig. Who the hell knows?
I don't know. Is it Rachel Weisz?
And your
Oh, dear.
John, the
What?
Outlaw.
No Flash Gordon. I guess they retired it already.
Carrie Mulligan was the
Carrie Mulligan.
It all came down to that round number 2.
All came down to that round number 2. A tough spin by Mike. Rocha got what ended up being a fortunate spin. Remember, he was deliberating with his manager about whether should I keep 80s, should I respin again. They settled on 80s. It ended up paying off for him, and it was enough to get Rocha to round number 3. From here, the Outlaw could really see momentum in his favor.
I mean, absolutely. Overcoming that 4-point deficit after round 1 is just incredible, and that's why John Rocha continues to be one of the greatest who's ever played this game.
It's one of those things, too, where it's, I mean, look, you're looking at Kalinowski, and we talked about the hot streak that he had been on going into this match. What does it do for a guy like John Rocha? Look, he's been through so many seasons. He's seen great players come and go. He's still hanging around. To beat a hot shot like Mike Kalinowski, what kind of a boon is that going to be for his confidence?
Oh, it gives him a phenomenal boost of confidence. You got to think about this. Now he is that much closer to getting back what he wants, and that is his singles champion, become a 3-time champion in this league, and now he's that much closer. He's going to be all that much more motivated.
And so let's look at the other side of the ledger. Mike Kalinowski, unfortunately, in the losing column. Does this shake his confidence? I mean, look, he's still Mike Kalinowski.
In the losing column. Like, The O's. God, they stink.
Does anything to set him back?
I mean, obviously it sets him back. I mean, the Mikey 3 belts hashtag is now looking a little bit dimmer, but I think that someone with the confidence and the ability of Mike Kalinowski, especially this year, I think he's still in contention of being singles player of the year or player of the year in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I think that this doesn't hurt him too much. You're going to lose. I mean, eventually you're going to lose. That streak's going to run out. That luck's going to run out. And today was Mike's day.
All right, well, we're going to have an interview with the winner and the loser coming right up. Jen Sturger, take it away.
Thanks so much, guys. Mike, after, God, what it seems like months of spinning James Bond, you finally landed on something that wasn't James Bond.
Well, that'll shut people up finally. So, stuff happens. It's luck. It's the wheel, and that's what's part of it. People don't want to take the wheel off, or they want to, whatever they want to do. You can only use a certain slice a couple times in a row. It's luck, to get things in a row, and it didn't go my way this way. Classics, that's his strength. That's the game. I cannot fault that. So,
if John Rocha doesn't get those steals, though, could we be looking at a different game?
You never know. I mean, a perfect first round, the second round, it's anyone's game at that point. Against Janine, it showed that as well. So it didn't go my favor in this way, and that's why I love this game. That's why I keep going back, and you never give up. You keep going to the end. And I'm glad Rocha showed up. He showed up, and I said that in my pre-interview. I wanted the Outlaw of 2017, and that guy showed up to play. So I can't, fault what I did out there. It's just another loss. So we just move on from there.
This obviously puts a cap on the whole Mikey 3 belts thing for this season, anyway.
Well, then there's a lot of pressure. 2 belts is a lot to carry as their own. Third, where am I going to put it?
I mean,
come on.
I think you must be working out a lot of shoulders.
Well, I mean, they're being nice to me. I was like, I just came out of some surgery. I've got these 2 belts, a third one. It's a bit much right now. So, I got these right here. I'm nice and happy.
So the question is, does this affect anything in your mentality going into October 19th in Orlando?
No.
It doesn't change a damn thing. There's nothing that's changed. I've played those games before, beat them before, but this time I've got a chance. I've got the golden child with me. It's like, okay, fine, we'll play it again. We see how I do live. That's my element. That's what I do. Every time it's like, oh, we need to do a live stream. Well, let's put Kalinowski's match up there. They know what I do in these matches. I bring the fans. They love it. I bring it myself there. That's where I shine. So this belt's not going anywhere.
And Ken, how are you guys going to regroup before October 19th?
Well, Jennifer, let me tell you something here. We've been here before in terms of losses, and we'll be here again. That's just the nature of the game, like Mike says. He's going to lose some sleep. He'll go have a beer at Coral Cafe and get back on it. That's what we do. And we didn't underestimate John, but if you follow him on Instagram, he's out flying kites with his lady love. He's going to Australia. He's going to London. I didn't know if he still had the fire, quite frankly. I didn't know if he had the fire. He did, and that means October 19th is going to be a lot of fun. But you know what? I've been on the road with Dan Murrell. When Dan goes to towns, he likes to go see movie locations and go to the gift shops. He doesn't like. I'm not sure if he likes to compete. And John's going to be like, "Where's another place to fly a kite?" I don't know. We already have Chance hitchhiking to Orlando to get ready. Chance is already going to be there at our Motel 6, getting our omelet breakfast and getting ready for this. And when Mike shows up, it's going to be prime time. We're going to win.
So you're going to meet Tom Bodette?
Sorry again, Mike. We'll see you in Orlando. Back to you guys.
Hi, Tom Bodette from Motel 6.
Is Mike Kalinowski going to be losing confidence after this match? The answer is no.
Is it weird that I think that he gained confidence? He seems more confident now.
He's so pumped for this live event now, and look, he backs his words up because he is great when the white hot spotlight of a live event is under him.
Just like this spotlight's on me.
Orlando, that remains to be seen, but as of right now, the winner here today, and I think somebody who definitely did get a confidence boost, is going to be John, and maybe that carries over to the rest of his faction. The Horsemen. Jen, do you have some horse folk over there?
Hashtag John. Share the choke with John.
Everybody's beatable. We proved that today. Without Roland Bond, he's a mere mortal. That's what happened.
The end.
That was deep. Thanks. John, congratulations on a fantastic win. That was the first time that you and Mike have faced each other in singles. How'd that feel?
It was great. Look, I've been friends with Mike for a very long time, and I've seen his rise this year, and I've been, honestly, a little jealous because I remember being 2016, being the flavor of the year of this league, and everybody getting behind you. And so I was watching him accruing belts, and I was like, okay, I got to study in a way I've never studied before. I know I say that, but that should be a compliment to anybody I play when I say that to them afterwards. There were a lot of people that helped me get ready for this match because I didn't take Kalinowski lightly at all. I spent 6 weeks studying for this match. I spent 2 days in London, not sightseeing, not flying a fucking kite. I was studying, Ken. That's what I do. When you dial the Outlaw in, he comes to play. And I came to play today. Down in the first round, fighting back during that second round, and took care of business in that third round. Sorry, Jen. But that's what I do. All right? You show me the young bucks, they're all sweet and nice. But the veterans still got fire. The old lions, they can still do it. Yeah, maybe we can't drive to the rim, but we're popping trays. And guess what? 3 points means more than 2 points, and that wins the game. And I took care of business. Look, Kalinowski, I said, as soon as he didn't spin Bond, we'll see what he's really got. And he couldn't get the job done. Now, I got lucky on a couple of guesses, not going to lie about that. But that's the game. Just like Kalinowski said, that's the game. All respect to him. He played a great match. It was fun to play him. I'm sure we're going to meet each other again in the singles next year at some point. But October 19th, my focus now. See, what happens is this. Teams is not singles. You don't beat me when you beat me in teams. When you look me eye to eye, face to face, that's when you know if you can beat me or not. And Kalinowski couldn't do it. And Chance, you're lucky I ain't playing you next. I'd have smoked your ass too. So here's the deal. October 19th, Dan and I are ready. He's the greatest of all time for a reason. I am 1A right behind him. And that's the way it is. And that's the way it is. So the Outlaw and the GOAT, we're ready. Chance, I might hit you while you're hitchhiking. I apologize. But I'm going to be there. You're still going to make it, son. So I'm waiting. Now I'm ready. Now you got to take us seriously. Say all the things you got to say, but now you got to take us seriously. Because the Horsemen, you can make all your jokes all you want. But what we do is win matches and win titles. And the reason you guys get so much joy when we lose is because you know we're formidable competitors. And we come to play. You woke me up. There's a great line in a great documentary, When We Were Kings. The African guy, he's talking about Muhammad Ali, and he says, you can do whatever you want around a sleeping elephant. And he means Muhammad Ali. But once he wakes up, he tramples everything he sees. And Kalinowski, I just trampled you. And whoever I got next, I'm going to trample you too. But in Orlando, Korruption, I'm going to shut down your little one-act black box theater that you guys perform in, judging by the way you wear your clothes. And I'm going to cancel that play once and for all. Dan and I are going to take them belts off you and shut down that show. You're going to have to find a new stage manager, son.
We're back.
Man.
If they haven't cut away to the news yet, if I can just say two things. Number one, I heard Mike's interview, and I do respect his live resume, but I would like just to point out that I've been in 3 live events this year, and I walked away with a free-for-all victory, a singles belt, and a KO with my friend John Rocha here. So I'll put my live event resume up against Mike's. And number two, I just want to reiterate that Olympus Has Fallen is objectively the superior film.
They didn't do sequels to White House Down, did they? I do want to say one last thing. I'm sorry, Jen. I know I said 30 minutes. I want to thank this man right here. Ben Bateman got me back to where I need to be with Dan's help, with Tom's help. But this man right here, showing up at Collider, talking to me, getting me in the right mindset, helping me get ready for this match. You know what? This man is a horseman, and I'm proud to be by his side as much as I'm proud to be by Dan and Tom's side and Riley's side. Thanks, man.
I do have to ask you before I let you go, as if this interview hasn't run long enough. You're going to be facing either Irwin or Bibiani. Do you have a preference?
I've already beaten Bibbs, so. But I want Irwin. See, I know that guy's got fire. You know, behind those thick glasses of his, he's really focused and driven, and he's mad that he lost the belt to Dan in a live event because he got cocky and took Dan's numbers. That's what happens. You fuck with the game messes with you back. So, Irwin, I love you to pieces. I respect your work. But there's no mystery to solve here, Sherlock. We're going to go toe-to-toe if we go to toe, and I'll beat you. That's for damn sure. But it'd be fun to play Bibbs again. He still thinks he beat me in that triple threat match. I don't think you did. All right.
Oh my God, this microphone's heavy. Back to the deck.
Where am I?
John Rocha, calm, cool, collected, and brief as ever.
Yeah, no, I'm getting word in my ear that John Rocha has just broken the record for longest acceptance speech previously held by Mark Yodi Riley at the Schmoedown Awards 2 years ago. That was
oh, we got a ticker. Boop, boop, boop.
He had the energy.
Merry Christmas.
You know, dull the headline here. John Rocha beat Mike Kalinowski,
and we were made aware of it.
Yeah, he's not emotional at all, and he's not feeling any emotion after that.
Oh dear.
And he knew exactly what he wanted to say, and he did it in bullet points and sound bites. But to be honest, I mean, this is a It's Logia. And to be honest with you, John Rocha, this was an impressive victory. This is one of, I think, his most impressive this year. I mean, the guy has tried to fight back to get back that championship, and now he's got his sights set on it.
It's going to be fun to see them duke it out in Orlando. You guys can get tickets right now at theschmoedownlive.com for that, and the Schmoedown Spectacular in downtown Los Angeles, December 7th. I want to give a big thank you to Brad Gilmore. Congratulations on all of your various professional forays. Where can all the kids out there follow you on the social media to keep up with your stuff?
Follow me on all social media at Brad Gilmore. I keep it really easy. It's real sweet. And I
Real
kept it real
easy?
brief.
Oh, and by the way,
Took notes from Rocha.
he hosts the Schmoedown Rundown, a brief show where you get your information in a concise manner by yourself, amongst others. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark Baby Caratellis. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you real soon on the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Oh, speak of the devil.
I don't know, an undefinable sense. There's literally nothing in here.
Big time!
Oh, hey, man.
Cheers.
Yeah, what do you got there?
Let me tell you something,
Give me
Cal.
some of that.
I think that you are one of the greatest...
It's
that's all you
beer.
I think you are one of the greatest competitors who've ever stepped into this sport.
Thank you.
I mean, you're impressive to watch.
I appreciate that.
And your knowledge is just like a well. And it's going to be great when the dungeon drafts you because, let's face it, me and Jay, we've had our differences. Anything I can do to kind of, you know, cut him down at the knees, maybe take his guys. I think you, me, Primetime Smets, we'd love to have you. Zipper, you'd be a great addition. So cheers.
Here's the thing. And by the way, I totally appreciate this. Super, super love what you guys are doing.
Love you, Lou.
But Jay's my guy. And I gotta tell you something else. When I am team champion and singles champion, when I take down Oyama, I don't think I'm gonna need you guys. And I guess, moreover, I'm not interested. But I really appreciate
And more importantly,
class act.
no.
See you around. Thanks for the beer.
The kid is an elitist punk. I'm going to beat his ass, and then I'm going to draft him.
Okay. And more importantly, no. So let's run everybody off. Thank you, Ethan Big Time Irwin. Thank you, Kaiser Roll, and The Lote, and Mark, and Ben, and John, and Jen, and Dan, and Tom, and Grace, and Ken, and Mike, and Frankie Stats Janish, and The Beast, and The Kid, and The Zipper Man, and Draco, and Rachel Silverstrady. Well, I think we've got everybody. Yay! How in Equestria did I do that? Well, it's a talent. So let's talk about the match. The match was a lot of fun. They really made sure that they brought it. Kalinowski looked like he had it in the bag there for a little while, and then Classics. He performed in Classics like I performed in Classics. If you remember my match back in the day against David Crossan, yeah, me don't know much about Classics. Big surprise, me don't know much about movies. So yeah, it was quite unfortunate. Didn't get Bond, didn't get the job done. That's it's highly unfortunate. So now, John the Alcohol Rocha. Need some more choke. Need some more choke. Wet the whistle. Okay, John the Outlaw Rocha. No alcohol in that name now. He's now going to move on to face said Ethan Irwin or said the Beast Bibiani, because they both showed up in the match. I mentioned in the last video, I kind of got the feeling we were getting set for a Bibiani-Brendan Meyer match. I just got this feeling that it's going to happen. So best of luck to Rocha moving forward, but I think Bibiani might get your number this time. That's just a thought. And knowing my luck, will probably go completely the other way. It'll probably end up being Ethan Irwin, Ben Bateman, who knows. But yeah, whoever wins this tournament is certainly going to earn it now. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and really looking forward to seeing how the rest of this is going to turn out. So speaking of said Ethan Irwin and Bibiani, they're going to be playing tomorrow. And needless to say, can't wait. And can't wait to see you turn into JTH Reacts to see that reaction. Said no one, because no one likes me. But that being said, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. You can follow me on social media at WWEJTH1 and follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown. Become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. So until next time, I'm JTH. Thank you for watching this edition. And until next time, I bid you adieu-adieu.